Like, I don't get it, but why am I so sleepy? I'm just very sleepy. I wouldn't say sick. No, not really sick. Sleepy, yes. Sick, not really sick.
You went to somebody with COVID.
I do not have COVID. I have kind of like a running belly thing or something.
Everybody in Jamaica sick. Because you're gonna have a budget COVID.
You think?
First budget COVID in Jamaica. And then they're gonna come back with that. You're gonna see the budget.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Just simply too tired. Like, I'm literally.
You got me there. Well, ik probeer hem te gaan.
All right. Good night. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon. Depending on where on this planet you are in this world. Wherever in the world that you might find yourself, be greeted accordingly. Now, as much as sleep is like beating me up, like every angle, sleep is beating the heck out of me. I've got to get up really early in the morning, so I really need to go to bed. Now, hygiene. Hygiene. I'm here to talk about that as fast as possible so I can go to bed because I'm big on hygiene, of course, naturally. Oral hygiene, oral hygiene, personal hygiene, body hygiene, your entire being's hygiene. And I've been noticing that so many people are just coming out every time, every day, and they don't pay close attention to their hygiene and they don't think about the fact that they are going around people. They're traveling on buses, they are traveling on trams, they're going into people's business places, and they have to encounter with other people. And it makes me wonder, how come they can be so comfortable? Or is it that they don't really smell themselves? How can they be so comfortable to not notice that, okay, I do smell, let me get up and take a shower, or let me brush my teeth, or let me take care of my oral hygiene. It's not just brushing teeth alone. You gotta floss. Gotta floss. I just keep mine right here. I have a ton load of them. You gotta floss for the gums and for also between the teeth. So I'm just wondering though, how can these people really come out every day? I'm talking about this because it bothers me so much. And it's something that I've been noticing a lot. I've been noticing so much for a very long time how these people just really smell. So many people shouldn't smell. I shouldn't be smelling people so often. So many different people. And I'm, of course, inspired or prompted to do this, to talk about this right now, to do this topic right now because of an experience on the tram today. I always come with my experiences and and I'm telling you, it's crazy. So today we went on the tram. Me and my little Leafy, we went on the tram. Now, the tram is set up in a way where there are sections on the tram that have like 4 seats at a certain parts in the tram, right? So 2 facing the other 2. So 2 on this side and 2 on this side, and they all face each other. Now we went to sit in this particular part of the tram because all the other single seats were taken, and that's the one with 4, and 2 other persons were sitting. So I sat next to one of the guys there, and Leif sat next to the other guy. And I'm telling you, like, for some reason he would just breathe heavily, or he would just move his mouth or smack a little bit, or do something. And oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at that. Sleep is like beating me from left to right. And I mean, every time this guy opened his mouth, right? I smelled really bad breath. I smell cavity. I smell maybe your hungry stomach, because that also can make your breath smell sometimes. I smell quite a few things in one, and it was atrocious. It was disgusting. It was terrible. And he was there, and he kept doing something for his breath to be coming out, for me to be smelling it. He would, I don't know, he just moves his mouth, he opens his mouth, and I'm just literally dying. Now, on the other side, so we're on the left side of the tram, and on the right side of the tram were the same, two seats facing each other. So 2 on this side, 2, just the same like where I was sitting with Leify. And I switched over. There were also 2 persons sitting there, and I just switched over because I literally could not. When I say I could not, I was actually angry. That's how much it was affecting me. I was angry to know that I had to be smelling this guy's breath every time. So I moved over, and I sat next to another guy, and this is just so funny. I don't even know. This is beyond funny, this story right now. Like, what a coincidence that it was like a series of bad breath experience I was just having. It's crazy. So I sat next to this other guy, and he had a gym bag. So, of course, that would indicate that he's probably coming from the gym, which is why it would explain him being a little bit smelly. Same thing with his bad breath. But although, though, when someone, I see this a lot happening around here, where people are walking with gym bags on their backs, because at the Basic Fit, this gym, if you have a membership or whatever, when you just sign up, they give you like a water bottle and a nice little backpack that you could use to, whenever you're coming to the gym. I guess that's the whole idea of that. So I realize a lot of people are just walking around because these bags are, and some people don't even see it through. They pay for the membership, they come for a short period, and they just didn't go back, and they use the bag like outside of the gym to walk around, because it's a nice backpack with like orange and a gray, and then you have like black and orange. So I have also mine there. And I'm telling you though, when when I'm sitting next to this guy now, he had earphones or AirPods or something, and then he was on his phone. But I think he yawned or something at one point. And oh my gosh, it was the same thing. His breath was killing me. And I kind of like smelled a little bit of body odor also. I think I smelled some body odor, and I realized he has a gym bag, and I'm saying, okay, maybe he's coming from the gym, because having a gym bag doesn't necessarily mean you're coming from the gym. It doesn't necessarily mean you work out. It doesn't necessarily mean that you It's here. It's itching. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are, or you could have gotten the bag from someone. It doesn't have to be your bag. You could have borrowed it. So there are multiple reasons for you to be walking around with a gym bag. Now, I'm thinking, and every time he would open his mouth, I would look at him because it was just painful for me. It hurts. I would just look in disgust, just like I did with the other guy on the other side. It was just too funny. It was crazy. And I was sitting there, and before we got to our stop, right before I was about to get up, by the way, another heavy, I mean really stinky smell hit me. But I realized that that smell now was different, and it was more coming from like the back, around the back there. So what did I do? Hey, I kept looking. I saw this like a real fat guy, and he was looking very untidy. Now, I also want to say that not because I don't want to discriminate against fat people, but you are sometimes, very more likely to be smelly when you have a lot of body weight. And this is no disrespect to persons who are fat, because everybody can smell skinny in between fat. I'm not discriminating, but when I looked around and I saw the guy sitting there, and it's like the smell was coming from his direction, because he was like literally right behind me, just right to the other side from where I was sitting. And I looked back because the person had just come on the tram, had just boarded the tram, and that is when I kind of smelled this strong, like really stink. When you're like, some guys have like a lot of hair, like hairy skin, and oh my God, I don't even know how to explain it. That smell, if I thought the two guys that I sat beside was bad, oh my gosh, that scent that hit me from behind, that's a whole nother level. That's a whole nother story. And I'm saying, it's not normal. It was not normal. And I mean, I looked back and I smelled it coming stronger. I only could have sat there like for another 40 seconds or so. I literally had to get up. I had to get up because there was no point sitting there. I was too upset to know that. Why won't people take better care of themselves? Why don't they pay attention, to their hygiene? It is important. It's a no-brainer. It's a common sense thing that everybody should know. That's why I teach my kids so much about, the importance of hygiene, because God, it's not fun when you have to sit next to someone and they really have bad breath, and sometimes you can smell that the person didn't even brush their teeth, because there are different kinds of scents that come out of the mouth and of how the body odor, and they're just a little bit different, and you gotta maybe be a little bit skillful to kind of read, and it's not always gonna be easy for you to like detect exactly. I mean, I don't know who has time for that, but anyways, and I mean, I felt so annoyed, and I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, it's like I've been backed up with all these stinky guys. The one there, and the one here, and the one behind me over there. Like, it was like a series of, I don't know what to say. So I got upset. I got up. I walked. The tram was almost at my stop anyways. So I just got up and I walked towards the door as the tram was approaching the stop. So I just said, Leif, come on, let's go. I just couldn't stay down there any longer. I just couldn't do it. I tried. There's no way I could have done that. No way. And as for the fat guy, I really, honestly don't want it to come off as if it sounds very discriminating, I know. But I mean, the smell was just coming directly, and the way he looked, it was looking very sloppy also. So all the more reason for me to think that it was him. It was coming kind of the smell was blowing from kind of from his direction. You know what I mean? And I just couldn't help. He was very sloppy. I couldn't help but think that it's him. I'm convinced. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, because not because he's fat doesn't mean that it has to be him. you know what, with that kind of strong odor. You know what I mean? So I really don't want to seem like I'm just discriminating fat people and blah, blah, blah. But it is important. It is really important. And I don't know why so many people are coming out and are just so carefree and so irresponsible as far as their hygiene is concerned. Now I have to go to bed. I'm so tired, and I mean, it's quite obvious. Slept 2 hours last night. Look at the bags under my eyes. Right? Nice, such a nice skin with baggy eyes. I just literally need to go rest right now. Even my voice is groggy. So, that's all I wanted to say. And I mean, yeah, these people and their bad hygiene. Let us always remember, no matter what we do, to take care of, to shower often and to brush teeth 2 times a day, floss, using mouthwash. I didn't remember to mention that in the beginning. It's not all about just brushing your teeth or flossing. It's also very important for yearly dental checkups. It's also necessary and important to use mouthwash. So I don't think I needed to school anyone on that. Well, yeah, obviously, it seems like I do need to school people on that, because look how these guys were smelling today. I think I need to teach people. That's what I'm going to start doing. I got to teach them. But I'm out, and that's my 2 cents on that. Have a good one.